happy today? I hope you're all so happy and excited. Okay. Students, what did we learn in our previous class? Recently we have learned a poem. What is the title of that poem? Goodbye Party to Miss Pushpa T.S. In this class, we are going to learn an interesting, a thought-provoking story which was written by Henry Van Dyke. Okay, Henry Van Dyke. Are you all ready for our today's class, students? Okay. Before that, as usual, let's learn an idiom. The idiom for today is as easy as ABC. It's quite funny, am I right? What is the idiom we are going to learn today? As easy as ABC. As easy as ABC. What does it mean? It means something very easy. Learning English is as easy as ABC. Right? Okay. Learning anything or some works which you can done easily can be referred as easy as ABC. Something very easy. Writing a small test is as easy as ABC. Okay? So the idiom we learn today is as easy as ABC. Will you forget this idiom? No, there's no chance for you to forget this very easy and simple idiom. Am I right? Okay. Students, now let's learn the lesson, a handful of clay. A handful of clay. Have you all seen clay? Yes. The earth is completely filled with soil. So, you all know what is meant by clay. Then, handful. Handful, something. A handful of clay. A small quantity of clay. This title itself is showing that the story is all about a small quantity of clay, a handful of clay. This story was written by an American author, Henry Van Dyke. Henry Van Dyke. Students, whenever you pronounce any word which begin with the letter V, you should not say it is we. Okay? You should pronounce this particular letter as V. So, van. It is not van. If you say what, you cannot pronounce it as but. It is wrong. So, we should be pronounced as we. It is not we. Okay? So, Henry Van Dyke. Henry Van Dyke. It is not van, it is van. We should be always your how you should pronounce it. It is not we, it is we. Alright? Henry Van Dyke. He is an American author. He is also a clergyman. Who is a clergyman? One who works in the church, a preacher. Okay, at the age of 27, he joined as a preacher, as a clergyman in a church. He is from America. And he also participated, he also fought for the First World War. He participated in the First World War. Okay. And in the meantime, he worked as a clergyman. In the meantime, he also started to write more articles. He has interest both in religious field as well as in art, in literature. Okay. So, before at the age of 27, he joined as a clergyman in a church. In the meantime, he wrote more articles and he published all those articles in magazine. there are so many popular magazines are there in America, and he published his articles in those magazines. And there are few major works written by Henry Van Dyke, like The Golden Key is one of the famous works written by Henry Van Dyke. Students, you can browse and get to know more about Henry Van Dyke. Okay? Now, let me tell you the glance of this particular story, A Handful of Clay. The title itself shows that what the story is all about. This story is all about a handful of clay. The clay is the protagonist, or we can say the central character. The entire story is all about the journey of a clay. From the beginning till the end, the purpose of its life, the purpose of its survival. Each and every creature in this world has its own purpose. We are all human beings. God has created us with a purpose. Without purpose, there is nothing in this world. Each and everything in this world has its own purpose. Okay? Nothing is waste in this world. We should not say he is an useless fellow. He is a useless fellow. Or I don't know anything. I have nothing to do in this world. These are all wrong comments. Okay? You should not judge anybody by saying that he is useless or she is useless. He is worthless. Can we say? No. God has created each and everything or every creature in this world with a specific purpose. Each and every creature in this world is unique. Am I looking like you? Are you looking like me? No. Animals, birds, insects, trees, fruits, flowers. Do you know how many millions of varieties of flowers are there in this world? Each and everything in this world is unique. Is rose is similar to jasmine? Is jasmine is similar to lily? No. Is cat is looking like rat? Dog is looking like lion? No. We are all human beings. We are all coming under one category. But are we looking similar? No. In India, what is the population of India? So each and everybody in our nation looks different. We are all unique. Right? Our hands, our eyes, our face, everything is different. Everything is unique. So God has created each and everybody in this world with a purpose. We cannot ignore anybody. We cannot ignore the talents or the hidden potentialities of anybody. If I know to dance, if somebody else do not know to dance, can I criticize them? Can I ignore them? No. They may have some other talents. If I know to speak, somebody else, they are familiar with something else, some other talents. Somebody is familiar with music, or they can write poetry. Somebody else can write essay. Somebody else can write songs, lyrics. Somebody is good in painting. Somebody else is good in sculpture, making. So each and everybody in this world is unique, and we have hidden potentialities. Some of us may feel that I am not so fair, I am not so tall, my physical appearance is not so good. But still, God has a purpose, and we are all unique in this world. Here, this clay at first or in the beginning, this clay from the beginning itself, this clay has a hope that one day I'll shine in this world. So in the beginning, this clay is settled by the river bank. Okay, in a river bank. And this clay is thinking that one day I will be glorified by this world. One day the purpose of my life will be fulfilled. And yet this clay do not know what is the purpose of its life, what is the purpose, but still she or he is waiting for the day to come, to be glorified, to know the fullness of its life. Okay, so now this clay is thinking that I know that God has created me with a purpose. Till the day I have to wait. I will wait till my day come. Okay, so this clay is waiting for a long time. And this clay could hear the praise of flowers, trees and the river there. Now this clay is by the river bank, right? A handful of clay. And this clay can hear the whispering of the trees nearby. These trees are so happy. These trees are saying, I'm so happy during the spring season. I'm filled with lots of flowers and fruits. These flowers and fruits are decorating the earth. So these trees are so happy, and the purpose of these trees are yielding fruits and flowers. So these trees are so happy and they are saying that I'm so happy, I'm satisfied with my life, I'm giving and yielding blossoms, fruits, and it is decorating this earth. So this is the whispering of the trees. Next, the flowers. The flowers are talking among themselves and they are saying that we are so proud of ourselves. We are decorating this earth. We are giving beauty to this earth. And now the river is speaking to the shore. And this river is saying the water which is flowing in the river is from mountains, is from snow mountains. They are melting and they are coming from a long distance and they are now passing the way and they will finally reach their destiny. What is the destiny of the river? To reach the sea. And there they are helping the ships to float in the sea. These rivers are traveling from the snowy mountain and they are traveling to a millions of distance and they are coming to this river, to this place, and they will reach the sea. And there they are helping the ships to float in the sea. So this is the purpose of the water there in the river. So this clay is hearing all these conversations. First, trees are whispering, trees are talking among themselves. They feel so happy as they are producing, as they are yielding flowers and fruits. They are shimmering like emerald. Then flowers are so happy about themselves. Now the river is talking to the shore that I'm so happy, I'm helping people who are sailing in the ship. This river is so proud of the water which is flowing. Okay, so by listening to all these conversations, this clay is thinking, one day I will also be glorified. Okay, so this clay is waiting for its day to come. One day I will also be glorified. People will praise me. Okay, suddenly a tool which is made of iron is coming beneath the clay and is taking the clay, pour it in a cart. To dig the ground, what is the tool we are using? Very good, spade. So a person came to the river bank bank and with the spade he is digging the ground and is taking the clay from the river bank and he settled everything in a cart. Now this clay realizes that today my journey starts. I am going to shine and I will come to know what is the purpose of my life. Now this person is taking a handful of clay along with a lump of clay there. Okay, so he is taking this and the journey of this clay started there. This journey looks so hard because they are taking the lump of clay through a rough and stony road. Now this clay is thinking that this rough and stony road is nothing when compared with the upcoming turmoils, upcoming difficulties. To achieve something, to reach the destiny, or to if you want to know the purpose of your life, you have to face a lot many problems. Okay, without any turmoils or without any difficulties, you cannot reach your destiny. So this is the first step this clay is facing. This is the first difficulty. It is traveling. They are taking this clay through a rough and stony road. Okay, but still this clay has a complete hope that this is just a small step. This is not a difficult one. I can overcome this. If when comparing with the aftermath difficulties or the future difficulties, future hurdles, this is nothing when comparing with the future effects. Okay, now this clay is adjusting with what's going on, what are the turmoils or what are the difficulties which are facing. It is accepting everything. Are we ready to accept the difficult tasks in our life? If something happened negatively, all of a sudden we'll wind up everything. Okay, I cannot do this. If you want to learn dance, Bharatanatyam, within one day can you learn? No, you have to face a lot many difficulties. Okay, this clay is ready to do anything, ready to accept anything, only because she wants to shine in this world. She wants to prove the purpose of her life is very high. Students, now all of you take your textbook. Take page number 98. Take page number 98. A handful of clay. They have given an activity in page number 98. You can do it by your own. Alright? Now, there was a handful of clay in the bank of a river. It was only common clay, coarse and heavy, but it had high thoughts of its own value and wonderful dreams of the great place which it was to fill in the world when the time came for its virtues to be discovered. This clay is waiting for its time to come, its virtues to be discovered. What is the purpose of my life? So this clay is waiting for its time to come. Overhead in the spring sunshine, the trees whispered together of the glory which descended upon them when the delicate blossoms and leaves began to expand, and the forest glowed with fair, clear colors as if the dust of thousands of rubies and emeralds were hanging in soft clouds above the earth. So these trees are whispering among themselves about their glory. We are yielding fruits and flowers which are hanging above the earth. Next, the flowers, surprised with the joy of beauty, bend their heads to one another as the wind carries them and said, caress, what is meant by caress? Touch. when the wind touched these flowers and saying that, "Sisters, how lovely you have become. You make the day bright." This wind is saying, "Sisters, you are making the day bright." Wind is saying to the flowers. The river, glad of new strength and rejoicing in the unison of all its waters, murmured to the shores in music, telling of its release from icy fetters, its swift flight from the snow-clad mountains, and the mighty work to which it was hurrying. The wheels of many miles to be turned, and great ships to be floated to the sea. Waiting blindly in its bed, the clay comforted itself with lofty hopes. Who is comforting herself or himself? The clay is comforting by telling that my time will come. Underline the word, underline the sentence, my time will come. It said, I was not made to be hidden forever. Glory and beauty and honor are coming to me in due season. Underline all these within quotation. Okay? It's a very important thought-provoking quote. Underline, my time will come. I was not made to be hidden forever. Glory and beauty and honor are coming to me in due season. This clay is saying that my time will come one day. I have to wait till. I was made to be hidden for. I am not made to be hidden forever. There is no purpose of hiding myself here. The time will come one day, and on that day, glory, beauty and honor are coming to me on that particular day. So this is the hope of that clay. Next paragraph. One day the clay felt itself taken from the place where it had waited so long. One day this clay has been taken away from its place. A flat blade of iron. It is nothing but spade. A flat blade of iron passed beneath it and lifted it and tossed it into a cart with other lumps of clay. And it was carried far away, as it seemed, over a rough and stony road. It is carried away, it is taken away through a rough and stony road. But it was not afraid, not discouraged, for it said to itself, take a pencil and underline, this is necessary. The path to glory is always rugged. The path to glory is always rough, uneven and difficult. Now I am on my way to play a great part in the world. Till this, please underline, this is necessary. The path to glory is always rugged. Now I am on my way to play a great part in the world. Did you underline? Next, but the hard journey was nothing compared with the tribulation and distress that came after it. What is meant by tribulation? Tribulation, great trouble or suffering. So, this hard journey will be, if I compare it with the upcoming difficulties, upcoming tribulation, this is nothing. Okay, but the hard journey was nothing compared with the tribulation and distress that came after it. This is just the beginning of its journey. The clay was put into a trough and mixed and beaten and stirred and trampled. What is meant by trough? It's like a box to feed the animals like cow, goat. Okay, that is trough. beaten and stared and trampled. It seemed almost unbearable. All these difficulties are actually unbearable, but still this clay is accepting everything. But there was consolation in the thought that something very fine and noble was certainly coming out of all this trouble. Underline, there was consolation in the thought that, underline, something very fine and noble was certainly coming out of all this trouble. So this is the hope of the clay. I am accepting, or these are the difficulties I am facing, but still I am not against all these processes. I am waiting for my day to come. The clay is comforting herself. Okay. The clay felt sure that if it could only wait long enough, a wonderful reward was in store for it. So this clay is waiting for a wonderful reward. Okay? Just compare yourself with this handful of clay. Think about yourself, how you are facing difficulties in your life, and what is the thought, or what is the hope within you. Is the destiny a hard one, or is it very easy? To achieve our goal is quite difficult. We should face many challenges and tasks to achieve our goal, to achieve our aim. Alright? Students, that's all for today's class. Read the text once again and find out the meaning of difficult words. Okay? See you all in the next class.